What's up, chat? I just have to make sure chat is working. So it's like, if chat is not working, then might have a slight problem. Let me just check real quick if I am live. Like, actually, really, actually, truly live. Like actually live. People can actually watch that. Actually live. Because, like, I need to be actually live. Hello, little bro. Oh, wait. It's not hello, little bro. It's hello, lil bro. Such a big difference. Oh, it seems to be loading. I think the game is loading, guys. Just gonna lean back on my chair. Hopefully I don't fall off and die.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did.
That's interesting.
Every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this.
Told you guys it was a liminal space. I'm trapped in the liminal space again, guys.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses...
Aw, darn, another liminal space. I hate when I teleport to liminal spaces. Yeah, I know! See? I'm not sure if it's the deluxe one or not. Which one do I have? Oh, well. Because the game says the deluxe version if you look at the game, because it didn't let me choose the normal version. I'm pretty sure I have the normal version, though.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Shut up, voice in my head! I hate when that random narrator talks over every action I do. Like, dingity darn it. Like, why do you have to watch me pee?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Womp womp.
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This better not become a horror game.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
Why was your mod taken away?
Drinking it all in.
Kimberly, give his mod back.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, narrator in my head that keeps
Stanley was
speaking
so
over
bad at
every
following
action I do,
directions, it's
even as I'm
incredible he wasn't
peeing and
fired years
showering.
ago.
Yeah, I
Look,
said the
Stanley,
not
I
very
think
nice
perhaps
word.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What if I
I'm
just...
not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the
Him
platform
early,
and
give
punished
that
his death.
penguin
Good
mod
job,
back.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Like, penguin needs that mod.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My gosh. Okay, I'm recording now. The reason I'm recording is so I can hopefully turn this into clips, and oh my gosh, what happened to my VideoTuber? Oh my gosh. The flipper? Oh, there we go. See, it looks like it's back to normal. Hopefully. No, let me just open up the stream on my phone because I don't feel like opening the tab. How
Stanley
how do
stood for
I
a long
do
time
that?
in one spot.
Gotta flip and open YouTube on my PC. It depends what. It's like time management and stuff like that, and it depends what we're streaming, but maybe. It depends what. Oh, the flipping. It's like time management and stuff like that. No! Oh my god. Maybe. That's not very nice. Like, you can't just barge in. Now move YouTube over there to that monitor. Now I can open up and check all of chat whenever I want.
It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's
But I
done
like
excellent.
dying.
And if he just stays right where he is, when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, I don't...
Feeling
It's a
a wave
liminal
of
space. Why would
disbelief,
there be people?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh, it looks like a horror
the
game.
possibility of
Alrighty.
facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone would vanish.
Somebody's been
His
gooning
boss
in the
would think
corner.
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
See, it's changing already. There was no goon... There was no
And as
goon
Stanley
juice in the
pondered
corner of
this,
this...
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream."
I'm not yelling that.
Stanley felt to have finally found
It's not
an
a
answer,
dream.
an
I can
explanation.
tell.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm
Well,
still
time to
lucid.
just
So,
keep walking.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh,
Then
oh.
he imagined
Help
himself
me. Oh,
soaring
can I go
through
down?
space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now,
Alright,
the
I
voice
already
was
asked
describing
that.
itself
Stanley,
being
you're kinda
considered by
slow.
Stanley, who found it
Wait a
particularly
minute,
strange.
Stanley? Who's
I'm dreaming about
who's
a
Stanley?
voice describing me, thinking about
Is
how
happening?
it's describing my
Reality
thoughts.
is breaking.
And while he thought it all very odd,
Everything's
and wondered
fine.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth
Chat,
was
am I
that, of
cooking by
course,
walking in
this was
circles?
not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the full weight of the blanket on his skin, the
Sigma
press
is
of the
crazy.
mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me
That's not
continue
how it
pushing
works,
the
buddy.
buttons.
You can't
Please,
just wish.
It's all I want.
I want this dream
I
to
want my
end. Not, you
apartment
can't do that.
and my wife. And
That's
my
not how that
job.
works.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh, I'm still here. No surprise.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
There is no stream delay. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think.
Please don't
And
count how long
suddenly,
it takes for
seeing this man made her
messages to
feel
pop
better.
up after.
Then she remembered the meeting
You
she
type
had
them?
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no
Listen,
time
I
for
don't
this,
have the best
so it was
internet, and
only a
even with
moment
people that have
she
good
stood
internet,
there,
there's
staring
stream
down at the
delays.
body.
You can watch
And
almost
then
any
she turned
stream and there will be like... There will be a delay. It took my message like 30 seconds to pop up on BAM stream when I typed it. Like, it's just, all streams will have delays no matter
A
what.
soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
You can't use the skull emoji for that. It's not very
When
nice.
Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yes, it
and
is.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
You are
Perhaps he
lying!
wanted to stop
This
by the
is the
employee
correct
lounge
way to the
first,
meeting
just to
room.
admire it.
This is the way I'm supposed to be going.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so
I
bad at
refuse.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Average delay is 10 seconds.
Look,
Yeah?
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this,
Oh,
but
look, which
I
one is
really
it? Oh,
do
there.
want to help you. To show you
I'm
something
really
beautiful.
angry.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove.
Oh my
that
gosh,
I'm
the
on your
brain
side.
rot.
Give me a chance. Now listen.
The
carefully,
brain
this is
rot
important.
level.
Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies
Yeah.
at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I do. I really want to know.
You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically?
Yeah, I
for
really
you?
wanted to ruin the story.
I do not think I put a lot of time into that.
I don't like you very much.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires
Yeah.
of yours.
It
What
is a
would have
Stanley
made this game
moment,
better?
Mr.
What did you want
Boombastic.
to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Come on, let me click.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity
man.
to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
How often are you gonna reload me?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Oh,
Be sure to
jeez,
keep
4
notes
whole
on your
hours?
experience.
Oh, this is gonna be really annoying. Ready for the annoying sound machine.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because
Both.
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, I'm being reloaded again. Yeah, I bet this is gonna be a long stream. Minecraft!
Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had
can't jump.
absolutely nothing
I
to do
can't mine.
But is
I
it
can't
enough?
craft.
Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things.
I can't mine or
From now on,
craft.
I will only create
I
for
can't
fulfilling
do
artistic
flint and
purpose.
steel. There's
Watch
no
this,
chicken
Stanley.
jockey.
I'm going to
I'm
build
kidding
a
about all that.
house.
But seriously, I can't mine or craft. I can't jump. What? I got an achievement for not being able to jump. What is this ripoff?
No, here, and then.
Why can't I do
See,
that?
what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
And I
it's
can't open the door.
complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. Oh. There we go.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, we're gonna mine and craft?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I can't Minecraft or jump.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh, that's great. Now where am I? I played this game!
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
I played these games before!
Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Ooh,
There's no portal gun, bro.
Let's go
I
find out
streamed
what
this game. I've streamed Portal. No. Is it getting darker? No. Where's like anything to do? Oh. You can pick up. Why can't I pick up stuff in Minecraft? That was so much funner. Yeah. Oh wait. I'm winning.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, I don't start with the portal gun. That would have to teleport out because I didn't see where to go. Now where am I? Oh. Is this becoming a horror game? I don't do well in horror games. Only horror game I'm gonna play is Subnautica 2 when it comes out. No, but actually, where am I? Is it weird that every night I go to sleep with Best of Royal Pair videos playing on my TV? No. Royal Pair is goated. Am I going the right way? It's nice having Pair as my background noise.
I wonder what he found.
No horror game, little bro.
What he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story. Well, perhaps he's gotten
You
it.
keep calling random people little bro.
He is right now. I wonder if he's happy with
I'm
his
almost
choice.
6 foot,
And he's
bro.
learned the heavy
Like, what
cost
the
that comes with
flip?
it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
It might be game over. You're like 2 inches below average because the average height for a 13-year-old is 5'2". So you're 2 inches below average height.
All of his co-workers
So
were gone.
short.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And we're
When
back.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
I
to
thought
admire
you
it.
said I'm 5'13", basically 5. That's like
The
6'1".
lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance sections, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So many possibilities.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Oh, where do I go?
Here it's, left.
Left.
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No.
Stop it!
Right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
No.
It's all
I could have
rubbish.
seen!
The whole
I could have seen!
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And
No.
this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
Please,
Okay,
no!
from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Desm, when you
Stanley
joining
decided
back?
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Maybe.
had simply missed a memo.
I will join back to the SMP.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I
What?
asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's something. You guys seen my new Discord server sticker? New sticker in my
I'll say
Discord
it.
server?
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, bye. I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh,
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
blinding windows.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh. Oh, that's fun.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stan?
Oh, the door turned into a wall.
Since
Bro, I accidentally left the stream. What's the emoji thing?
How about this? You win!
What emoji thing?
Congratulations!
This,
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good
the new
job.
sticker that I added in the Discord server?
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square. And
Yes,
this
I
was
did.
not one of those situations.
I put in a lot of work.
I'm getting
A
really
lot
worried
of
about
work.
whatever this place
Like
is.
a lot.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Stop restarting.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, I don't believe you.
No,
Still
no,
no
I'm
doors.
done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Huh, wherever could I be going? Huh.
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into
And I need to
being
go through all of
via
this.
the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
You gotta check it out, I'm not telling. Really easy to get stuck on those. Yeah, I'm not telling, but you with the new stickers, you gotta figure it out. This music is fire.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Get the what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
The fern. The great fern. The fern like has grass inside of it. It's like two models inside of each other, and there's like looks like there's multiple ferns. There's grass sticking out to make it look more 3D, it seems. It's in dirt in this pretty big pot. Okay. I think I studied the fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we're back.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, you can't ghost ping me. It's not very nice.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh!
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction I look down? Oh. My attention span is too short.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Oh, hello,
Just
Nightbot.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Welcome
Well,
to
it
the
could be anything.
stream.
What do you want
Anyway,
the story to be? Go wild.
Did I do good
Use
with the
your
thumbnail? Any
imagination.
suggestions
Whatever
for
it
it?
might be, Stanley.
Just
I'm
like trying to
ready
improve
for
my
it.
work.
Oh no, not you again, Stanley. I'd also
Do you
like
mean
to
you know
veto
what
the
I
line
did?
From having any role in our awesome new story.
What did I
No
do?
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's the Stanley Parable.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door.
I
that
did.
leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Two servers,
The answer is
actually.
clearly
Cryo
yes, then
and
by all
Danos.
accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Right over that.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
My eyes. Oh,
The
you could.
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
This bro.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Arrow is what?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
It's a pointy
Why
thing.
don't I get a say
Yep,
in all of
that's
this?
what an arrow
Is
is.
it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm so confused.
Destination or the journey.
Okay, well, it's 1 a.m. I have school tomorrow. Bye-bye.
So
okay, bye.
That's where we are right now.
Hope you do well in school. Make sure you get some sleep.
Well, in the meantime... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
left door sucks.
The story has been about
the only thing I can do is go upstairs, and I'm not going to allow myself to go upstairs.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Who?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Bro.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Bro.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
And if I just don't.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm just gonna stand here for the next minute. This is boring.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen.
Bro, is it just you in the stream? Like, where did everybody go?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought...
Where is everyone?
So
the boys.
He went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Ah.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
My house, it's becoming an office. It's all about the office. Always.
He forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, well, time to just stand here. Because I was told to not push the button. My day? It's been good. I made a short. I made a stream, which I'm streaming right now. I'm probably gonna make it into a video. Well, that's good. Just waiting through this. Don't know if it's ever actually gonna happen. I have no idea if anything will actually happen. Okay, I'm just gonna press it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Oh, that.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I...
Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This
Stanley
again.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find an answer coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I made it. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
I'm so
into
smart.
the newly opened passageway.
Let's go. Did I beat the game? Another loading screen. Perfect.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he
I think
this
Chad's
now,
dead.
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door. that
Mind
read,
control
"Mind
facility."
Control Facility.
How dare they mind control me?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wait,
What
here
horrible
again?
secret
But
did
instead
this
of up there,
place
I'm down
hold?
here.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm back in this room. But instead of being up there, I'm over down here in the room.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy?
Sorry,
with his
I'm late.
boring
My
job?
phone never
That
gives
his
me
emotions
notifications
had
that I've been feeling
manipulated to
bad.
accept it blindly?
Well, I hope you feel better, man.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
My life is a lie.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How exactly do I do that? It already says it's disabled. There's boxes around here. There's 4. Where's 1? 1, 1, 1, 1. And is this... No, that's 5. Where's 3? If that's 4, then... Yeah, there's 3. And then... 4. I just have to get... I have to get 5. I don't know if that did anything. Hello, Suffernuffer. Welcome to the stream.
Found the source of the... Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yep. I'm evil.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Do I gotta press the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I barely know where to start.
Quickly.
What's that?
Quickly.
You'd like
Quickly.
to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die.
The bomb's going to
I'll tell you
explode.
exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything, then take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Come
My
on.
goodness,
Please
only 34
deactivate
seconds
it.
left. But I'm enjoying this
The bomb,
so
not the
much.
mind control.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
What's
Is
the
it that you have
password?
no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, dang it.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
Oh, that's
It's a
not good.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
No, 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 no. Wait. No.
Take a look at the clock,
No.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end.
The big boom.
You'll be blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
No,
I'm
no,
willing
no,
to
no.
laugh at every second
Wait.
of
Wait,
your
wait.
life.
Wait. Hey, no. Oh, okay.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter
There are
of
no
time.
other people. Must go back.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yet
big
there's
uh-oh.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, so to anyone new watching the stream, you did miss a little bit. Like, I played
Stepping into
Minecraft
his
in
manager's
Portal.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues
I
to
forget
his
the code.
situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't
I put them in the wrong order.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
It wasn't
stepped
luck,
into
it's
the
my
newly
intelligence.
opened passageway. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Come on, let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What if I actually go this way?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I can
The
escape.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At
I'm
this
escaping.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm accepting it. Please give me another ending. Please. I want another ending. Please. Please. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the future. He doesn't
That
know
looks
who
pretty
is
spooky.
stalking, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Let's see what happens to the car in front of me. Is the car in front of me gonna be safe?
Like plucking the eyeballs
It's gonna be
from
fine.
man. So he resigned and willingly accepted
Oh,
this
those are a lot bigger than I thought.
to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I thought we were. Oh! No, wait, please, no, please, no. Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single
I have
visceral
plot
instant,
armor.
Stanley was
Plot
obliterated
armor, I tell
as the
you.
machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No, it's plot armor. Oh. Yeah, see, I have plot armor.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already
Wow.
dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa. It's really cool. Boss's office. There's other versions of the office. I mean, the boss's office. What's this? Freedom ending? How do I get the freedom ending? I want the freedom ending. Auditor room, elevator. How do I get the freedom ending?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Please, freedom ending.
Can you see how much
Please.
they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Does it work? Is it like the cake? Do I actually unlock something for
This
doing
is
that?
the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
Please.
number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Back. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It
Stanley
can't
decided to go to the
be.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
see any other
Yet there
decisions
was
I
not
can
a
make.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul any. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Can I go? Okay.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep, I did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
Let me
strength
go.
to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Sometimes I forget that this game exists. Yeah, I just remembered it.
Stanley, one of them,
And that's why I'm playing it.
monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Let me
own
go
life
back.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind?
Chat, do you
to
know how to
the
get the
world?
freedom ending?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
End it all. This time I'm ending it all. Huh?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Is this the freedom ending?
As sunlight streamed
Freedom?
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered
Freedom?
to him.
Freedom?
For it was
Birds!
not knowledge or even power
I get to
he
see
had been
outside.
seeking, but happiness.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Understand, but
Let me
to
leave.
no longer would
Freedom!
anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
This is a really slow door.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Oh,
the immense possibility of the new path.
it's
before
so
him.
nice outside.
This was exactly the way.
Just to look
right
at all of
now,
them polygons.
Things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I am pretty happy with this ending. Because I finally achieved freedom.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay,
he entered the
let's
door
do
on
this
his
one
left.
last time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find a... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Going down.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I'm
Although
going
this
to escape
passageway had
again.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Because I must escape.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity
No.
to turn around and
I
get
already
back
heard
on
this
track.
all over again. Come on.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Hey, come on. Let's speed things up around here. Yeah, seems like chat kind of died. Like, but I mean, like, oh well.
As the machine whirred into motion, Stanley was inched closer
So,
and closer
I mean,
to his demise. It reflected
yeah.
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know
One day I'm gonna
the
have a
storm
stream that's gonna blow
trapped
up and
right
get
there in his
over
narrow
1,000
vision of
views.
what is. Perhaps his
Hopefully.
death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Majin Buu figure.
Farewell,
It's
Stanley,
arrived.
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
So,
into the enormous metal jaws.
I got the
In a
Majin
single
Buu
visceral
figure.
instant, Stanley was obliterated.
Kid
The machine
Buu.
crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Everyone should start talking to revive chat. I don't even know if anybody's watching still.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been
freedom.
created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. Okay. A war zone. Huh. Great game. I still have no idea what I'm doing though. The exit, quote unquote.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
What?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But
And now
listen
we're
to me.
back here.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Is that an ending? Okay. Interesting. I have to use the bathroom. I will be back, guys. Is it just black screen? Okay, well. What? Now what?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
It's just
Perhaps he
repeating
wanted
again.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, guys, well, goodbye. Please subscribe.
Stanley was so bad at following directions. It's
Yeah,
incredible
please
he wasn't
subscribe,
5
like the
years ago.
video, follow me on Twitter, and join my Discord. But mostly subscribe. Please subscribe. And bye.